Hey everyone, it's triplemangothreat, and today we're going over a very simple deck tech. For $25, you can have this mono blue power or toughness 1 or less unblockable deck with Tetsuko Umezawa Fugitive as our commander. Our commander's only going to cost 2 mana, and it's a 1/3 human rogue with creatures you control with power or toughness 1 or less can't be blocked. Now that's the key word, power or toughness 1 or less. So this deck really could just be, 36 islands and all creatures power 1 or less, but we're going to make it a little more interesting. A few of the creatures I want to touch on is Cephalid Constable is a 1/1. Whenever Cephalid Constable deals combat damage to a player, return up to that many target permanents that player controls to their owner's hands. This is going to be really annoying, and we're going to get 1 damage in if we have our commander out. So we get to return any permanent they control to their hand. So cards like Eternal of Harsh Truths is a 1/3 zombie cleric with a flick 2. Whenever it attacks and it isn't blocked, we get to draw a card. We have more creatures that let us draw cards, but let me talk about this next creature. Having Graceful Adept on the battlefield is going to let us have no maximum hand size, so this is going to come in really handy when we're drawing all those cards. We also have some pretty mean things like Necropede for 2 colorless, it's a 1/1 insect with Infect. Phyrexian Digester for 3 colorless is a 2/1 construct that has Infect, and it's going to get through because it has toughness 1 or less. There are plenty of creatures to go over, but for this deck tech, I just want to go over some different spells. If one of our creatures has toughness 1 or less, we can attach Bone Splitter to them, and it gives them +2/+0. Next up is Cloak and Dagger. It's an equipment where an equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has Shroud. Whenever a rogue creature comes into play, you may attach Cloak and Dagger to it, or we can equip it for 3 colorless. With Explorer's Scope, we're going to be able to ramp a little bit better. We can give our equipped creature to look at the top card, and if it's a land, we put it on the battlefield tapped. Prying Blade for 1 colorless is an equipment where equipped creature gets +1/+0. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, create a colorless treasure artifact token with tap, sacrifice this artifact, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Rogue's Gloves for 2 colorless is an equipment where we can equip it to a creature. When it deals combat damage to a player, we get to draw a card. Spectre's Shroud for 2 colorless, equipped creature gets +1/+0. When it deals combat damage to a player, that player discards a card from their hand. We're also going to have a few counter spells such as Negate, Unwind, Dissolve, Cancel, Disdainful Stroke, and a few ways to draw cards is going to be from our creatures, our equipment, or we can do things like Fact or Fiction where we make our opponents choose what we get to keep. Another way to help with no max hand size is going to be Spellbook, which is an artifact for 0 mana. And for the lands, it's going to be pretty simple. 35 islands, 1 Desert of the Mindful, 1 Lonely Sandbar, and 1 Remote Isle. Of course, I'm not going to go over the whole 100 cards in total, but I hope this deck tech was short enough for you to enjoy. I'm thinking about doing shorter deck techs every Wednesday, so let me know in the comments what you thought. If you would like to support this channel, you can give it a thumbs up for this video, you can comment below, or you can subscribe. If you'd like to further support the channel, please consider purchasing the merch below, or you can purchase any of the cards in the deck list or the deck itself for the links below. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.